All right, here we are. We are at Wade's. Thanks for hosting us, Wade. Playing. What are you guys playing? Late War 80 points?
Rearguard.
Late War, Rearguard, 80 points.
And Rob, you are defending. You've got your Canadians. Go through your
Well,
list,
they're actually
please.
British, but I got a full platoon. A full company of 3 platoons here,
Yeah.
here, and here.
Yeah.
I got a machine gun platoon of 2 guns here and here. And because it's a defensive list that I'm preparing to bring to Denmark for a special tournament, it's all guns and infantry. I got a mortar group here.
And they're deployed there?
Yes.
Okay.
4 25-pounders here. The feared 17-pounders are here, and I've got 6 6-pounders in ambush, and I've got my ROP that some nice guy painted for me once.
Oh, yeah. I wonder who that could have been. Bad paint job, so it must have been me. Real quick, you want to explain, because I like the idea of this tournament in Denmark that you're doing, and the idea behind why you have a defensive list and an attacking list.
It's called Conquer the Table, and the idea is they'll match you up for your first game, and you'll either be told to attack or defend, so you decide which of your lists you're going to use for that game. If you win the game, you stay on that table and you use your defensive list, and you hold that table until somebody knocks you off it, and then you quickly rotate from table to table as there's an opening.
So that means then that one guy could theoretically defend successfully 5 or 6 times.
I guess that's possible.
And what happens once you do lose? Then you're out.
No, then you go
reseed?
report to the guy in charge, and you say I'm ready to attack another table, and as soon as one's open, he throws you into that game.
Wow, you definitely got to give us a.
I'll be doing a
Oh
full
yeah,
report.
for sure. And I see some minefields. Sorry, getting back to this game.
Yes.
And Wade, you are running.
I'm running a Panzer Grenadier Company. So basically, 80 points again. But have the Panzer Grenadier Company mounted. That's what's going to be eventually my fire base in this area here. So I have the Panzer Grenadier Company headquarters. I've got a platoon with 7 sections mounted in these 4 half tracks. And I've got another platoon with 5 sections mounted in 3 half tracks. I've got a machine gun platoon in this area here, and their vehicles. I have 2 mortars also in this section here, in this area here, with no vehicles. Then I have obviously my my heavy scout troop, my KFZ 231s with 2 centimeter guns. In support, I have also a Panzer IV platoon and a Stug platoon.
Are they? I mean, I can see the guns
They're all
are not
veterans.
Stu H's, but they're Stu G's.
Stu Gs.
Stu G's.
Yeah.
And these spearheaded up with the Pumas.
Yeah.
Excellent. And that group of infantry in there, those are mounted,
They're
right?
mounted in the vehicles.
Excellent. And I hear that you guys played this, but in the reverse, with Rob's attacking list. But you played on this. Remind me again. It was this exact table, this exact layout.
Yeah, and almost the exact same
Perfect.
objectives.
Perfect.
And I attack the same way that Wade is attacking now.
All on one
A déjà
one
vu here.
side.
Had a list of Churchills with Crocs.
Oh, right. That's right. Right. Excellent. Well, that's deployment. We'll catch you after turn 1. All right, Wade. Top turn 1. What
So
happened?
turn 1, Recce tried to move up into the forest here. One got bogged down. Stugs moved up to form a start of a fire base and took some shots, never hit anything. Infantry machine gun section, basically, or platoon, moved up. Again, needed 7s to hit. Did their shooting, didn't hit anything. Their vehicles can't do anything. Mortars managed to range in and smoke off his 17-pounders.
Beautiful.
My left flanking maneuver, my tanks and my first platoon both made their blitz move and have basically tanks fired, needing 7s again, never hit anything. And my other platoon and my commander did not make their blitz move, and so they're just a little bit behind the rest. So that's pretty much the end of turn 1.
And it's Rob turn 1. Perfect. All right, Rob, let's go through your turn 1.
Situation, no change. Actually, my anti-tank guns here took a shot over there and killed 1 Stug.
Beauty.
My guns failed to range in on the machine guns in the center.
For shame.
My arrow P didn't come on, and therefore my mortars couldn't engage the machine guns in the center, and that's my turn. I'm still holding my ambush.
Wonderful. And now it's Wade's turn too. See what happens now.
So my recce tried to move up. One failed its move and is bogged. And the other one moved up and actually was able to shoot at his 17 pounders.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much everything shot at the 17 pounders. So
Yeah.
I made my blitz with my tanks, moved all my infantry up. They made all their moves. My four tank guns fired at the 17 pounders. Both my half tracks fired at 17 pounders. My machine guns fired at 17 pounders. He fired at 17 pounder, and these guys fired at 17 pounders. The 17 pounders are pinned, and they lost 2. And then I did a repeat bombardment on his infantry here. I didn't cause any casualties, but I did manage to pin him down, and that was the end of my turn 2.
And that was with your 2-2 mortars?
2 mortars back here.
All right. Awesome.
Oh, and I dug in my machine guns as well.
Ooh, yeah. So, you know what I forgot? And, I mean, it's not a big deal now, but if you dig in, right, they count as, you can't shoot, I don't think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. Or they count as moving.
You
When you dig in, because you took 6 shots apiece with each machine gun,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you can dig in and do that, but we'll check that. I mean, it's not like it's a tournament game, but we're getting back into it.
Didn't do anything.
They didn't hit anything, but yeah.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah.
to know for next time. Yeah.
No, it's good to know.
Yeah.
I'm so
No.
used to them just being normal infantry. I think
Yeah.
of them like normal infantry.
Yeah.
My poor dice rolling has returned. My
And-
17 pounders did unpin and only bailed out a
Yeah.
Panzer IV.
Yeah.
My guns didn't range in on this nice big blob, even with an arrow P. And my mortars didn't range in on the machine guns again.
And I don't think these lads unpinned either, right?
They didn't.
So, yeah, bad news. So that was your turn 2.
That's correct.
So now it's his turn 2. And I think next turn, Rob,
Might have to lose a
you
unit.
might have to start pulling platoons,
Yeah.
although he might start crashing. And I think the 17 pounders may go
May
next.
go.
Yeah. All right, onwards to turn 3.
I have the
Oh, did I?
have that special rule.
I did fire these guys at your other.
You did, yeah, you fired them. All right, Wade, you had
What did I
an
do?
eventful turn 3.
So, Recce stayed bogged down. He fired at the infantry, didn't achieve any effect. My machine gun platoon Zulu vehicles fired at this other infantry platoon to no effect. This machine gun platoon engaged the infantry. They did get several hits, but didn't kill anybody. The Stoogs engaged the infantry platoon as well and didn't hit anything. The mortars
Well, I think you hit. It's just he was making all the
I
saves.
hit them.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
He's made all the saves. The mortars did manage to adjust into the middle of his platoon and take out the Piat, which is the one thing I wanted them to kill.
That was nuts.
Um,
Got the Piat.
These guys ended up failing their cross check, so they're stopped there. But they did shoot out the infantry platoon. Sorry, the
17.
the 17 pounders along with the tanks. Tanks didn't achieve anything with the 17 pounders. He passed all of his checks. However, the vehicles did manage to take out a 17 pounder. So he's down to one 17 pounder.
Who's,
And these guys were trying to move around to come this way to be able to shoot up that platoon, but they failed their cross check.
wonderful. So now, so now it's pulling platoons with rearguard potentially, but we have to read it because I think
I just read. First I have to do my remounts and everything. Then I do after check victory conditions.
right. So it could be that if you lose that platoon, then you don't have to pull
Yes.
it. But if you don't lose it, you pull it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see if.
Or you
he's-
pull the AOP or something crazy.
Let's see if he runs away.
Yeah. May as well do this live.
He
does.
keep going
Di-
away.
Your dice have been awful. And I know I said it off camera, but it's because you're using Canadian dice and these are British now. I don't know why that's making a difference, but for some reason you've been rolling worse than me, and that's saying something. All right, so now you don't have to pull anything. Does the AOP count?
6. I don't believe so.
The ambush counts though.
Yeah. So I have 6 now.
So you're
I think I have to pull somebody.
okay. We'll double check.
Because it was the rear guard, I had to take off a unit, so I took off my two 2 machine guns that I had in there, the machine gun platoon.
Well, hang on, and this is, but it was in the last shot, but that's because you failed the 17 pounders ran
17
first.
pounders ran away.
Yeah. Because otherwise you probably would have picked the one gun there.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. And then?
And then I moved this infantry over there.
Mm-hmm.
Sprung my ambush here with the 6 pounders.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little bit snookered because of this, so we put shots into the infantry here. We took out 2 half tracks and bailed one.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones went after the tanks here. We bailed 1 tank and destroyed 1.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are still pinned down.
Mm-hmm. You ranged in over here, I think.
We ranged in to no effect. Ranged in here to no effect.
But you did change your dice from the black Canadian dice to the green Canadian dice,
Yes.
and already your luck has
It
been
made a
way
difference.
better. It did a huge difference.
Yes.
Excellent. So now onwards to Wade's turn 4.
This was top of turn 4.
Mm-hmm.
So my recce guys finally made a move, although they didn't actually, and they fired at the infantry platoon that was on the objective.
Mm-hmm.
No effect. All these guys failed their cross check after the infantry. Infantry moved out, then they all failed their cross check. So the infantry moved up to here and left them out of range. Stoogs fired at the platoon that was on the objective, failed every shot. These guys fired at the platoon that was on the objective. I think they did get a hit or 2, but he passed all of his checks.
They were pinned, that's why they only got 2
Yeah, they only got 8 shots. Yeah. These guys fired on the other platoon to no effect, but the mortars adjusted on and managed to hit one guy. No one killed, but they're pinned.
But they're pinned.
We failed our cross checks with 2 of our 3 tanks. The other fellow moved, the commander moved up and shot on the platoon to no effect. The commander rolled up because he moved 14 inches with his follow me. He couldn't shoot. The other guy shot at the platoon to no effect. Then the dismounted infantry did manage to roll up and assault the platoon on the objective and push them off the objective for now,
Yes.
causing some casualties. 3
Now it's
stands.
Rob's turn 4. And we'll have to calculate whether or not he's got to pull a unit again. But yeah, it's definitely getting a little crazy now.
So I had a little bit more luck.
A little bit.
You
You had to pull a unit, first of all, right?
I had to pull my mortars, unfortunately, so which left the 25 pounders who actually ranged in and took out one of these guys.
From the AOP, that's right here.
AOP. The combined firepower from this infantry killed another stand in there.
And pinned them. Oh, well, they were already pinned from the artillery, yeah. But I think you did enough hits with the infantry.
That hits with the infantry.
Did I bail a tank?
You did.
I think I
Yeah,
bailed the
you
tank.
bailed the tank there.
Did I miss those guys with the other 2 6 pounders?
No, but you killed one of the 8 rads. Cause you,
Oh,
or
the 8 rad.
You
Oh.
shot an 8 rad. And that's, that's a platoon.
It's a
to
test.
kill.
It's a test.
It's a test for sure, yeah. And let's not forget the fact that nobody
They didn't unpin.
or dig in.
They didn't dig in. They didn't dig in.
Yeah. But importantly, you've whittled them down a little bit.
A little bit.
You have 2 guys that are within range there. It would have been nice if they were dug in, but
Yeah.
so now it's Wade's turn 5. All right.
Feeding them in.
All right, Wade. Pretty eventful.
Eventful turn.
Yeah.
Well, the whole concentration of force was to basically consolidate on the objective. The platoon that's there passed their check and is dug in and has now gone to ground. Everybody else fired at the platoon that's basically in the open.
Including those 2
including
gun trucks. Yeah.
2 gun trucks fired at the back end, took out, I think, 2 or 3 teams.
All right.
All the tanks, the half tracks, and the mortars, and the Stoogs all fired basically that platoon. This guy passed like 9 saves.
Yeah,
He's
this
still
one
contesting
guy.
the objective at 4
This
inches.
one guy makes the game go on.
So that guy is his Medal of Honor winner right there.
Or Victoria Cross, I think.
Yeah, Victoria Cross. In this case.
So if Rob wishes to not concede and continue on, because he was looking at his watch, we shall continue on. So Miracle Man stayed in, allowing you to do an extra turn. What happened?
I moved one of the infantry stands from this platoon up into here to contest.
Mm-hmm.
I moved a couple more out here so they get some shots, though they're going to be exposed. The 6-pounders opened up and took out the rest of his tanks and bailed out one of these half tracks.
Yep.
And when I came in with the repeat bombardment, we pinned both platoons but didn't cause any casualties.
Right. But crucially, Johnny stayed in and caused the extra turn to go. So that's wild. Wade, let's see if you can pull those two guys out of there and still win.
I think I'd be all right. After we lost the tank platoon, basically everything in its dog fired at this guy and one other dude.
And the one other guy.
The one other guy didn't make it because he wasn't dug in, so the half tracks were able to kill him. The mortar hit him. He made his, or didn't hit him.
Yeah, because it was 2 tubes, so you need to re-roll
Both
hits.
half tracks, one hit him, one missed. Made his save.
Made a save.
Fire from the infantry made his saves.
Unreal.
So I did an assault because there's nothing else to do in his last turn anyway, and then it was repelled by all the guys here. So there's one dude still within 4 inches, and that guy has lived through everything.
And he did. I think
turns.
with his Webley, I think he did plink a dude
He killed a guy
in
running
defensive fire.
in defensive fire.
So this model right here is man of the match.
Yeah. This is like a mortar guy, like mortar guy.
No, that's the
Platoon commander.
just the
Commander?
platoon command. Yeah, the last guy. So usually I go with what I liked and didn't like with my lists. Rob, I know we were talking about it off camera, but you were finding the lack of mobility.
I don't have any mobility, and if we go to the missions where I have to have 40% in reserves, it's going to be a little bit on the tough side. Do I keep a screen with all my guns out until the infantry arrive, or do I have my infantry hang in and then have slow-moving guns? So it's not going to be easy. I might have to look at the list or hope I get favorable missions.
Because really, if you're defending, the only missions where you're going to need reserves are the dust-up style ones, really. And I think there's one other one I forget the name of. But apart from that, you're going to have your whole force on the board like this.
I do have a lot of infantry, though, and I think the 3 platoons, maybe keeping the extra infantry platoon in ambush, and then if I see which way the enemy's going,
Reinforce.
I can reinforce that one platoon.
And Wade?
I like my list for 80 points. Is really a challenging little list to make to try to get. I wanted Recce, I wanted some sort of indirect fire, which was only 2 mortars.
They did a lot of pinning, to be fair.
No, they did everything I wanted. The mortars were fantastic. The mortars were actually, they never stopped hitting things. They kept the smoke screen at the beginning kept his 17-pounders off.
That
the
was
tanks.
clutch.
So,
Yeah, and you killing off his 17s.
So those mortar guys ended up, the 2 little mortars ended up being extremely beneficial. Too bad you can't have a 3-man mortar group or a 2 mortar group because all those re-rolls of hits. That was kind of painful. But my plan went according, everything went according to plan. So my fire base kind of went across here, went left flanking. We lost some stuff, which I expected. Got on the objective. Last turn, I thought I would have had him on.
Just this one model taking at
One
least 9 saves in one turn.
Each turn, last turn and this turn.
And in this past turn, he was dug
2
in at
turns
that
in a row.
point, but still.
Yeah.
9 saves. Although Rob's luck was trending.
He couldn't, but he should have counterattacked when they had the chance,
True.
and they had to fall back because they flubbed that up. They couldn't get a 3+.
So this is him trying to make it up, get mentioned in dispatches and all this.
Yeah. Certainly his military medal would have been higher.
Yeah, you got to paint something on here, a medal or something. That one guy kept you in the game, and
That was a good game.
Yeah, that was very good. Thanks for having us, Wade, and thanks for letting me come in video. Anything else? Last thoughts?
No, a lot of fun.
All right, good stuff.
A lot of cobwebs
Keep
coming out on
practicing.
rolls.
Keep practicing.
Yeah.
Keep practicing.
Next week I got to get a game in at some point, so there we go. All right, talk to you guys later.